Hi there, Jews of Maine and small town Jews. I'm Rabbi Rachel Isaacs from Beth Israel Congregation in Waterville, Maine, and I serve as the director of the Center for Small Town Jewish Life. And I'm kicking off a series for 8 crazy days about Hanukkah learning in this year. And I was tasked with talking about a topic we might not usually encounter, which is the relationship between women and Hanukkah. And part of the reason we're not accustomed to talking about women and Hanukkah is that when we think about this festival, we think about the gevura, the masculine strength and heroism of the gvarim, of the men, of the Maccabees, of the Hasmoneans, who formed a ragtag army that could defeat the Syrian Greeks, push them out of our homeland, and could rededicate our temple. However, most of Hanukkah, as you know, the stories that we have from Hanukkah are not from the Hebrew Bible. Most of the traditions that we have of the Hanukkah story of the Hasmoneans, of the Maccabees, come from an oral tradition and are also recorded in the Christian Bible. There are a lot of complicated reasons for why the Maccabees aren't included in our Bible, nor for that matter is the book of Judith, which will become really important because there is this great woman named Judith. In the Christian Bible, she was a widow from years many decades before the Hasmoneans. But in Jewish tradition, Judith was a cousin of, or aunt of, or daughter of, the lineage is unclear, but she's part of the Hasmonean gang, Yehudit, and she plays a crucial role in the victory that the Jewish people achieved during Hanukkah. So according to tradition, she used her smarts and her beauty and her cooking skills to help defeat the Syrian Greek army. And the way in which she does it actually sounds kind of familiar. If any of you know the stories of Esther or of Yael in the book of Judges, there are similarities to both of those stories in Judith's contribution to our Hanukkah victory. So according to tradition, Judith found a way to seduce, entice one of the generals of Nebuchadnezzar's army into her sphere with some salty cheese. Now this cheese is going to become very important. So this general is seduced or enticed by this beautiful woman. He decides to eat some of her cheese. He gets really thirsty. Then he drinks a lot of wine, gets kind of drunk, falls asleep, and then Judith beheads him so that we can defeat the Syrian Greek army. This story is a very clear parallel to the heroism and the story that's told about Yael in defeating Sisera, and also has a strong parallel to Esther, who uses her smarts and her beauty to save the Jewish people. And so according to tradition, it shows up in the Shulchan Aruch. Moshe Isserles says that we should eat cheese to celebrate the heroism of Judith and of all Jewish women on Hanukkah. And also related to that, as the Hanukkah lights are burning, we should abstain from doing any household work and just enjoy the lights of the Chanukiah in order to show and take pleasure in the fact that women played an important role in the Hanukkah miracle. So if you're tempted to clean up, to deal with those crumbs, to flip some laundry, while the Chanukiah is burning, resist that urge, sit down and enjoy your part in the victory of Hanukkah. So I know that many people love latkes, fried potatoes, on Hanukkah. Personally, I can live without them. They're fine. But I'm not on Team Carb. Not that we have to choose, but I still have favorites. I think on this Hanukkah, I will raise up the contributions of smart, beautiful Jewish women who know how to cook and do great Jewish communal service by making paneer pakora, some fried cheese, Or maybe, like the Roman Jewish community, I'll make some ricotta fried cheesecakes to celebrate this Hanukkah and to share the distinct role that women played in the Hanukkah victory with my wife and my daughters and the Jewish community of Maine. And let us remember that heroism and strength and contributions to victory take many, many different shapes and sizes and flavors in Jewish history and in global history. And let us remember that you should never underestimate the power of a beautiful, brilliant Jewish woman who knows how to cook. So happy Hanukkah, everybody. Chag Urim Sameach. May the lights of Hanukkah on this year not only reaffirm our belief in miracles, in the ability of a small group of people to change the world, but also the unique and beautiful power of women to deliver liberation in our world. Chag Sameach.